You not gonna want to smash none of these hoes. Okay, when do I ever go out trying to smash no hoes? Like, it's fine, let's go. So we pull up to the crib, right? And as soon as we get inside, I'm like, got it.
You nasty.
Some real racist shit happened to me while we was out chilling. So it's Saturday night, Polo's birthday is the next day, right? He says he got these people from work that he wants to meet up with. They got a beachfront property that they're renting. He's like, yo, we head over there. We're gonna go out around the beach. We're gonna hit the bars around the beach. Yo, pull up, right? We're about halfway from the spot, and he calls the girl, and she is sloppy drunk. Are you here? And he's like, no, we're not here. We're like 10 minutes away. She's like, oh, so you're here? And he's like, no, we're like 10 minutes out. Me and Black Guy are looking at each other. We're like, nah, she's fucking drunk as shit, right? So we're going. And then Polo does one of these, right? He goes, hey, yo, just a disclaimer. If you think this is one of those nights where, you know, we're going out for shawties, that's not what it is. I was like, when do we ever have a night where we go out for shawties? He goes, no, I know we don't. But what I mean is the shawties, you know, just be cool. I'm like, wait, what do you mean be cool? I look at him, I look at Black Guy for help. Black Guy looks dead at me. He goes, yo, what he's trying to say is, if you think you're gonna smash tonight, you're probably not. I was like, when me? When do I ever go out and think I'm gonna smash? I'm like, who do you think you're talking to? And Black Guy's like, no, listen. It's not you who you go out and you think you're gonna smash. It's if you think these shawties. Polo's like, yeah, what he said. I'm like, what do you mean by this? I'm like, all right, do I have to hold my face? They're like, what do you mean by that? I'm like, when I see these shawties, do I have to hold my face or can I just relax? They looked at me, they looked at each other, and they're like, just be cool. I was like, oh my God, what did you get us into? Blackout goes, I'm gonna tell you right now, out of all the ones there, even the baddest one, I went and hit it. And I was like, y'all really ain't shit for that, bro. I was like, y'all niggas really ain't shit for that. You not gonna want to smash none of these hoes. Okay, when do I ever go out trying to smash no hoes? Like, it's fine, let's go. So we pull up to the crib, right? And as soon as we get inside, I'm like, got it. And yeah, I have no interest. I'm chilling though. We get there. The joke is that earlier they had a friend that was with them, right? And his name, we're gonna call him Pat, right? They left with him, but they're coming back with me. So the joke is that I was gonna be the new Pat. So I came in and introduced myself as Pat, and they're like, oh, we know another Pat. And I was like, yeah, I was the same Pat. That was me. And they're like, what? And I was like, yeah. And I described what he was wearing because I asked them earlier because I thought that shit would be funny, right? And they're like, wait, you're Pat? Like, no, you're not Pat. Like, wasn't Pat German? I'm like, yeah, me. They're like, no. I was like, nah, I'm joking. My name is blah, blah, blah. So I introduced myself, XYZ. Half of them were so fucking gone, they didn't get the joke. They didn't get the joke. So later on, when I'm talking to Polo, they're like, wait, I thought your name was Pat. I was like, what? No, we explained to you that was a joke already. They didn't get the fucking joke. They were absolutely obliterated, fucking dusty, bro. The one shawty whose spot it was, right? For whatever reason, I'm just gonna say it objectively. She was a white girl that just wanted to be black. And I'm fine with that, right? She's from New York. She talks like this. She got the nails. She got the toes. I'm like, cool, whatever. One of the shawties is playing like fucking Elvis. I'm not even joking you. She's playing Elvis.
My name is Elvis Presley.
She's like, let's take shots. So I take one shot of Fireball, and I'm like, I'm not drinking for the rest of the night. I was like, I'm not drinking for the rest of the night because we're supposed to be going out and doing stuff, but I can see in this room that everybody is just obliterated drunk. Except for two people. There was two people obliterated drunk. There was two people that are just kind of drunk, but they were drunk, bro. I peeped the room real quick and I'm like, yeah, I'm chilling. There's this dude there and he's like, hey man, you guys left me, what's going on? He's like, I'm so glad you guys are back. Oh, these girls. And then he instantly starts to bitch about his boss's girlfriend, talking about, oh, this guy thinks he's such a big shot. He paid for everybody's dinner. And everybody in the room is like, shut up. And he's like, no. I don't know who he thinks he is. He just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Everyone's like, shut up. And all the girls like, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. Go over there. And I'm like, oh God, here we fucking go. At this point, I already meditated. I ate my meditation edibles And I made sure before I left the house, I took 2 extra. I was like, I could stop right here, but I'm gonna eat these extra 2 because I feel like tonight it's gonna be a really good night. I just feel like I'm gonna need this extra boost. And you don't know how important that extra boost was.
Every time you go to a close-up, the audience knows, look at this is important.
After about a couple minutes, the shot kicks in. I'm chilling. I'm relaxing. This girl over here goes, can we not listen to Elvis anymore? Play Suicide Thoughts by Biggie. Okay. And then she says like 6 times, right? And it takes this shawty like 10 minutes to put the song on, I swear to God. And as soon as it comes on, she starts rapping every part, looking dead at me. And I'm like, you was here for his dick. What are you singing at me for? So fast forward, there's a little shuffle. Polo's over here trying not to get, she wanted you to know that it's real. Yo, thank you. Thank you, bro. Thank you. That's exactly what was happening. She goes, I don't know who said that earlier, but y'all need to know, my baby daddy's black. I got 2 black children. There's no way that I could be racist. I don't think anybody said anything. Oh, like, I didn't need to know that you had black babies. I didn't know that your baby daddy is black. I knew nothing, bro. But it made sense why she was trying to fuck Polo. She was on his shit as soon as he entered the room. The night only got weirder. So the one other dude that was there, that was besides me and Polo, he's like, yo, I got a meditation. Let me know if you guys went in. Then he disappears for about 20, 30 minutes, right? So his girl comes in, and she's like, oh, that was so nice. I feel so much better. She's like, yeah, we just did that outside. She's like, yeah, it's outside right now. So I'm like, do you want to go outside? To the girl, the one who was all over Polo. She's like, yeah, I do want to go. I was like, come on, let's go. I'll walk you out there. Right? So we walk out there, and the dude already finished it. So I was just standing around, and I was like, is there another one? Or is it finish? So the girl, she's belligerent. She's like, where is it? I want some of it. And the dude's like, I don't know what you're talking about. She's like, no. She said it was out here. Where is it? I want some of it. Give me some of it. He's like, I don't got no more, baby doll. Baby doll, bro, he was cringy. And at that point, I look at Blackout because Blackout is out there too. And Blackout's looking at me. I'm like, oh, they did smoke it already. It's gone. It's done. No, if you smoked already, just say that. I was like, yo, it's hot out here. I'm gonna go inside. So I go inside and I start talking to this other shawty. I'm gonna call her T, bro. The shawty T's inside. She's in there complaining about work. She's like talking about her husband, Roll Tide. She's like talking about fucking Miami Hurricanes. She's just blabbering. But in all honesty, she's probably the coolest person there. Fucking Blackout sitting right next to us. Heard the whole story, didn't remember none of it. She's like, my husband loves Derrick Henry and Clinton Dix. We almost name our white child Clinton Dix because my husband loves the Alabama Rolling Tide so much. I was like, bitch, what? I was like, there's no way you love niggas that much. I'm like, that's so fucking weird. So at this point, I start hearing like a teacup being stirred. And I'm like, yo, this whole place is giving me weird vibes. But then the tea shawty, she keeps talking, right? And we actually bond because, like, to be honest, she was really cool. We started chopping up. She's like, I love you. You're the cool one. I was like, you know, I do that. I'd be like that, right? So I parked my car illegally. I'm not gonna lie to you. So like after like an hour, I was like, yo, Polo. I was like, did you ever pay for parking? He's like, no. So I'm like, yo, give me your phone. I go over to where he's at. I walk into the room where he's at. And this drunk shawty is literally trying to take this man's pants off. There's like 2 other people in the room. And she's just like clawing at him. And he's like, just lay down. He's like, get off me. Just lay down. He's literally trying to put her to bed. And she's like trying to claw at him. I'm like, give me your phone. So I take his phone, right? And I realize it's locked. I'm like, thumbprint. As this girl is still pulling at his belt and he's like trying to get her off, I'm like, thumbprint, nigga. So I stick the phone out, he thumbprints, and I leave the fucking room. I'm like, I'm not standing this bitch. I am out this motherfucker. Go figure, this nigga never scanned the QR code for the parking, bro. So I had to go move my fucking car. Polo doesn't have the QR code. I give Polo his phone back. I go move my car. When I moved my car, everybody did like a seat, chair shuffle. Everybody was sitting in different places, right? So I walk into the room, right? And I just sit in the only seat that's available, right? The dude comes back in and he's standing there. His girl walks in and he goes, babe, do you know where my phone is? And she's like, no, I don't know. Where'd you leave it? And he's like, I really don't remember. So I look around me and I see to my left that there's 2 phones. I look at both those phones. I looked away. I'm like, damn. I was like, one of these might be his phone, but I'm not going to touch somebody's phone that I don't know. So I'm just not going to do nothing. So I turn around and I go back to the conversation, right? So this dude's like, babe, call it. And she's like, I'm about to. Can you wait? And then right when she says that, Blackout reaches across from me, right? He grabs one of the phones and he goes, is it this one? And she goes, oh yeah, it is that one. And she gives it to the dude, right? The dude looks at the phone, looks at me, and he goes, oh, I don't like that. I was like, interesting. So I just turn around to what I'm doing. And at this point, I got to tell you, this dude is literally like right here. I'm sitting here. He's standing behind me like this. He's like, I don't like that. And she's like, what are you talking about? She goes, nah, I really don't like that. Nah, that's bullshit, man. That's bullshit. And at this point, I look up, I kind of cock my head, and I'm like, I'm trying to listen. And she's like, what are you talking about? And he goes, yo, my phone was like, I don't like that my phone was that far and it was all the way over there. And I kind of look back and I look away, and I don't know if he saw me look the first time, but I was like, oh God. In my mind, I'm like, here we go. So I'm like, I'm not going to do this tonight. I'm not going to do this tonight. I was like, I'm going to chill. Because the old me would have turned up immediately, right? Old me would have turned up immediately, but I was like, I'm gonna relax. His girl's like, no, it wasn't even like that. He's like, nah, I just don't like that it was over there. And she goes, honey, you were over there earlier. She's like, we were literally sitting over there. And he's like, nah, I don't like that. It didn't have to be like that. And I'm like, at this point, I'm like, is this nigga really about to accuse me of trying to steal his phone right now? I'm like, is this shit really about to happen? So she goes, honey, I'm telling you, you are totally off base on this one because we were over there earlier. You need to just stop. And he's like, nah, that's bullshit. So at this point, I look up, I look at Polo, right? Polo looks at me. He goes, in my mind, I was looking for confirmation. I'm like, do you hear this shit? Is this nigga about to turn up? And he did one of these. I'm like, oh, that means he hears the bullshit and to ignore it. I'm like, all right, bet. I'm going to ignore that shit. He's still back here turning up and his shawty's trying to calm him down. So he says it again. So I turn back and I promise you, I ain't do nothing malicious, but I guess my real nigga energy was exuding and there was nothing to do about it. I promise you, all I did was I did one of these to him. I literally just looked back dead at him. I just looked back, I looked down, I looked up. He goes, what the fuck are you looking at? I was like, oh, here we go. He goes, no, that's not what you're gonna do. I looked at him, I looked at Polo, I looked at Blackout, and they're just in stunned silence. They're just, he's like, what are you looking at? I was like, you know what? I was like, yeah, I'm looking at you, bro. He's like, that's bullshit. I've been nothing but respectful. I was like, nothing but respectful. I was like, what do you mean by that? I'm like, what do you mean by that? He goes, no, it's not even what it looks like. You're not going to accuse me of that. I'm like, I was like, of what? He's like, nah, that's bullshit because I didn't like how the phone's over there, but it's like, I've been nothing but respectful. You're not even going to do that to me. There's no way you're going to do that to me. I looked at, and he started turning up, bro. Yo, I looked at Polo, I looked at Blackout, and I was like, if I stand up right now, this nigga's going to come towards me. And if he come towards me, I'm going to run his shit. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm looking at Polo, he's just like, he gives me nothing, bro. Because here's the thing. This dude's piss fucking drunk. It wouldn't have been a fight. I would have just washed his ass. It would have been so fucking quick. It would have been insane. The reason why I acknowledged him is because this motherfucker was just barking. He thought I was going to back down. Like, nothing, man, nothing. The problem is I was dressed mad cute, bro. I was wearing pink, light blue. I was wearing jeans. I was wearing fucking flower on my shoes. This nigga thought I was a soft one. The problem is he was talking to the wrong one. Out of me, Polo, and Blackout, I'm the one that fucking throws hands. Polo's huge. He's a pacifist. He tries to avoid fights. Blackout's massive. He'd never been in a fight, though. He would watch somebody, but he's never been in a fight. I'm the one that's going to throw hands, but he thought he was going to talk shit to me. He thought he was going to talk shit to me, and I was just going to do nothing. I was like, yo, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm a grown-ass man, and what you're not going to do is yell or talk to me like that. It's like, I can already tell you turn it up, so I'm just going to take my leave. I'm going to head out. I stood up, he kind of swayed and rocked. He's like, nigga, if you try to sneak me, I swear to God I'm breaking your arm. He didn't do shit, bro. He didn't do shit. And the whole time, his shawty is literally trying to stop him. Because I can tell by the way she's talking to him, this isn't the first time he's done some shit like this. He just turns up randomly for no fucking reason, bro. So I'm leaving. She's like, bye. It was nice to meet you. I shook her hand. I was like, yo, you too. Get your boy. So I look back at this nigga one more time. Because he's like, I was nothing but respectful. And for you to try that shit, he's still talking. Yo, I turned around, bro. And I looked at him. I was like, there is nothing stopping me from going to fuck this nigga up right now. Because when I was walking past him, silence. Nothing. As soon as we got to the door, he started again. I opened the door, I let Polo out, I let Blackout out, and I'm looking at this nigga. He looks up as he's talking, he sees that I'm staring at him, that nigga stops one more time. I was like, yeah, you are a bitch. That's what I thought. I should have went back on his ass. But I didn't. We left, nobody got hurt, I didn't go to jail. You know what the funny part is? Never once did I know which phone was his. If I wanted to steal his phone, do you notice in the story how many times I told you I left the place? I literally went to my car. I could have stole the phone, put it in my car, and came back inside, and he would have been none the wiser. I could have moved the phone from the kitchen when we went outside. He never been none the wiser. He wouldn't have known. The dude was so drunk, he introduced himself to me 4 fucking times, bro. 4 times in the first 30 minutes. He tried to play the reverse Uno racism card saying, oh, you can't call me a racist because that's not why I'm mad. I'm mad because it was over there by you, not because you're black. Nigga, the fact that you even thought I stole your phone instead of just thinking that you lost it is everything that I need to know about you. It's everything that I need to know about you, bro. You could have just got the phone back and like, it was lost. But your prejudice, you went straight to, yo, why was my phone over there by the black guy and he wasn't giving it to me? I'm thinking there's a small chance he might have saw me look at the phone and then just look away. Because I totally did. I looked at the phones. I was like, don't know if that's your phone. Not going to touch a random person's phone because I'm respectful. I would never touch somebody else's phone that I don't fucking know. That's how I ended up at a Klan party and I didn't know it, bro. Klan party. The other 2 people there were mad cool. His girlfriend was super fucking cool. The T lady, her mother-in-law, dope lady. I actually apologized to Polo. He's like, what the fuck are you apologizing for? He's like, fuck that nigga. I was like, thank you. I was like, I'm glad it's fuck that nigga. But I still feel bad. Cause like in my mind, all I had to do was just not look at him. But I just couldn't handle it. He's literally talking shit right there. I let it go for a whole minute and he's still just talking. All I did was look at him. Did I look at him with some gangster energy? Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. But that shouldn't set it off. And on top of that, Blackout later told me, she goes, oh yeah, that shawty, the one that was rapping Biggie Smalls, talking about, she didn't like you. I was like, she didn't like me? She's like, she did not like you at all. She said you're walking around with a stank attitude. You're walking around like you're better than everybody there. And that like you was causing problems. And she was gonna go inside and give you a piece of her mind. I was like, but why? I was like, what the? I was like, but why, bro? It ruined the whole night. Do you know how we spent Polo's birthday at midnight? Bro, we literally stopped to get food. We left the restaurant by 11:50. We spent his birthday at midnight. We were here on the couch fucking watching Training Day, bro. You should have stole his coochie. That nigga would have been flabbergasted. Bro, Polo said the same thing. Can I be honest with y'all? Growth is nice and everything, but growth pisses me off. In my soul, deep down in the burnings of my soul, the toxic part of me that I lock away and I try not to let out, I wanted to fight this nigga so bad. If I was there with just me, I'm fighting him, I'm leaving. If I was there in Polo, if it was just me and Polo gave me the okay, I'm fucking him up, bro. But because it's the 3 of us, and I don't want to fuck nothing up for none of us, especially because, and thanks to YBR too, I was like, the implications of me beating this nigga's ass is just way too high. I'm not even mad at the racism. The racism doesn't bother me because it's like, yo, you a racist, but like, you a racist. What really got me is how badly I want to fight. I've been telling you, I've been feeling really aggressive and upset like the last 2 or 3 weeks. I really wanted to fight him. Every fiber of my being wanted to fuck him up. To this moment, I hate that I didn't hit him. I hate that I didn't use violence. I really, really wanted to. I wish I had. It's gonna haunt me for a really long time that I didn't fuck him up. Do I know it was the right thing to do to not hit him? I do know I did the right thing. I think I did the right thing. I actually don't know sometimes because the nigga in me, deep down, I just really wanted to fucking hit him. I did, and I hate that. Really want to fucking hit him. I did. But I didn't. I left. But anyways, yeah, that's racism for you. Saturday, 2022, bro. Up and ask Ma, you should get into boxing. I already know how to fight, bro. That's the thing. Y'all hear me talk a lot of shit. A lot of y'all know this, but when I was younger, I got into a lot of fights. I was in Taekwondo. I've literally done Taekwondo tournaments. I did wrestling for 2 years. I know I've been fucking stomped out. Like, it's nothing new to me. I fight. A lot of people, they look at me like, you fight? No, I fight. I fight. I'm not scared to fight. I fight, bro. I fight. That's why I try not to. Because in all my past, when you fight, do you get a good outcome? Not always. Does it solve things? Not usually. You usually end up banged up, and then now you gotta, until you see that person again, you don't know if they're gonna try to run your fade again or if both of y'all realize you're stupid. Luckily, in a lot of the fights I got into, we all always ended up realizing that we was fucking stupid. We're like, yo, it was stupid. We shouldn't have fought. We cool. No shit talk, nothing. There's only one time I got into a fight. There's like 2 or 3 times I got into a fight where it's like, nah, it's fuck that nigga on sight. But those people, one of them don't exist anymore, and one of them moved somewhere, and I've never seen them again. And even if I saw them again, I just wouldn't give a fuck, bro. I just wouldn't. I did the right thing walking away. I know I did the right thing. There's no reason to fight a stupid motherfucker. Somebody that ignorant doesn't deserve the time of day. But like, there's a part of me, a real fucking deep part of me, I was like, nah, you should have fucked this shit up. And right now it's eating at me. So I'm trying to find out ways to exercise it. That's it. But anyways, yeah, that's a story of how I ended up at a Clans party. If you made it this far and you haven't already, yo, make sure you drop a sub, drop a like. If you ever dealt with some racism like this, you felt a real nigga in your soul trying to just explode out and you didn't do it, yo, drop a comment. Because this shit's not easy. Because I'll tell you, the harder thing is walking away, because you're walking away, you're safe and nobody got in trouble, but there's parts of you that just don't sit right with it. I got 400 years of history saying, you should have faded that nigga. But I took the last 20 years of my own history and I decided not to. I should have fucked him up though. But yeah, I'm your man behind the cam, D in the wild, and that's why when you go in the wild, you gotta watch your back. Take it easy.
You nasty.
Do you only just cry because you want to hit him? Shut up.